Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox stream on Wednesdays. I am Alex, and we are joined by Joseph.
Hi, how are you, Alex?
Doing all right. It's actually a beautiful day outside right now. I don't know what it's like for you over there on the West Coast, but it is.
It's pretty good.
It's very nice. I don't like going outside as just my nature.
A principle?
As a
Fair
principle.
enough.
Outside is dirty and gross, and I don't like it, but I actually want to be outside today. And that's not going to happen. So,
Sure.
So anyway, welcome everybody. I hope you had a great weekend from when we last saw you on Saturday. We have got some cool stuff going on. If you were here on Saturday, you know all about that. We have the Game Jam going on. So if you check out our Medium article, and I'm going to paste that in the chat right now. We are doing a game jam for 50,000 sand in prizes. That's the total prize pool. Grand prize is $1,000 worth of sand. Second place is $500 worth of sand. Third place is $200 worth of sand. And 4th through 10th places are $100 in sand each. So there's a lot in that prize pool. So
that's awesome.
Definitely check that out. If you didn't know already, GameMaker Alpha Access is publicly available for everybody. So if you go to sandbox.game/play, you just have to log into your Sandbox account or create one if you don't have one already. It takes like less than 5 minutes. And you can download the GameMaker and get started creating. You can add anything from the Sandbox store. So you go to sandbox.game/shop, I believe. Yeah, /shop. You don't have to put the EN in there. That just stands for English. So you can skip that and it'll automatically go to your language. And you can add anything with the plus button to add it to your inventory. And you can use that in your GameMaker games for the Game Jam. So lots of stuff to work with. We've got over 2,000 assets now public on the marketplace and more coming every week. So lots and lots to work with. Let's go back to the Game Jam page real quick here. So on the timeline, we're on the 14th now. So this is our second live stream. Last stream, which was Saturday, we talked not last stream. Last Wednesday. Joseph, you messed me up. I lost your audio there.
Oh, yeah, I got to turn it.
Oh, there you go.
Typing so you wouldn't hear the clicky clacky.
Oh,
yeah. I messed Alex all up because he said, "What stream was that?" And I said, "It was the last stream." And he said, "Today is Wednesday, Joe." And I'm like, yes, that's true. Days, they elude me. Yeah. Seems like that happens every week to me. I don't know. It just flies by. And also at the same time, it never moves because we're all stuck inside.
Yeah, I thought yesterday was Wednesday. I woke up Tuesday morning and was like, oh no, it's Wednesday. I've got all this stuff to do. Oh, go. Wait, today's only Tuesday. Today's only Tuesday. So, okay. But now today's Wednesday. So we're on the 14th. And so we're going to go over all of the components in the GameMaker today. Last Wednesday, Joseph, if you could share the link to that YouTube video or Twitch, whichever one it is. We have a replay of last Wednesday's episode where we quickly went through every behavior in the game. So throughout the past couple months, we've gone in depth on various behaviors. But last Wednesday, we tried very hard to quickly give a description for each behavior. So that way you have it all in one place so you can see what they all do. Let's see. We've got a couple questions in here. Clanker says, I've got you on my 101-inch projector with surround sound. Wow.
Ooh.
Surround sound.
In the theater.
We're only streaming in stereo, so I don't know what surround sound does. But
we're in the theater for him. Oh, yeah. Gotta turn
okay. I could
right.
probably do that. I don't know how. I do it
question
manually.
Here on Twitch. Is it too late to send an entry for the writing contest? Double check, I think.
Writing contest. I don't know when the deadline on that is. Avatar says outside. I was there, guys. Never been there. I've been there. Just they dragged me kicking and screaming, and then strapped my hands to a lawnmower and said, "You have to cut the grass." And I was like, "No, I do. It makes my nose running."
Alex,
So.
you want to know how to tell that I'm an old person? When you said lawnmower, I thought of this one that when the wheels move, it moves the blade. So you have to like actually just push really fast. So you'd be like, huh? And it was
I know what
a few
those are.
pieces of grass. Oh Lord. And
Yeah,
it would get clogged and the blades would be soft, sad. It was no.
So we couldn't use that because my parents' yard is basically a hill. So you like you can't realistically use it because you can't get it moving fast enough going up the hill to actually cut. So we did have a gas powered mower. We have a gas powered mower here at my house now. We rent, and one came with the house, and it was my responsibility to cut the lawn. And after like a couple times of just feeling like death because I'm slightly allergic to grass, I just hired the neighbor to mow the lawn for me. I'd be like, okay. This ruins my whole day, and I lose like a whole day of work just to mow the lawn for like 2 hours. So ride it down.
Nina, I got to tell you, the contest page officially says that it is the 15th to submit.
Ooh,
so you have, I would say, today, not tomorrow. Don't count on the whole day of the 15th being a whole day because you're probably not living where most of the team who selects these live. And frankly, if I was to guess, I don't even know, France would be the ideal time zone to say what is the 15th.
Probably.
But, you know, we have teams in Argentina, and obviously Alex and I are in the US, and we've got folks in Korea and all over the world, frankly. Like, I could just keep going on. So just submit it today if you can.
We just onboarded somebody from Transylvania.
Yes.
I was like,
they're
that's
living
cool.
somewhere else right now.
Ireland.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. I've never met somebody from Transylvania before.
Yeah. Don't judge. They just stay up all night. Don't think about it.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I'm just kidding.
I'm Transylvanian at heart. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the game jam. So we've got the theme is fire and ice. So we've got lots of lava and ice snow related assets. And if you want to set up a team, you can do that. So you've only got 4 days till the end of the competition entry period. So game jam submissions close on the 18th. So you got 4 days. That is a Sunday, I believe. Yeah, Sunday. So make sure you jump on that quickly if you haven't already. If you set up a team, you can do teams of up to 4 people, and the prize is divided equally among all 4 members. So when you submit that, there's a submission form that you have to fill out. So besides just uploading to the gallery in the GameMaker, you do have to fill out this form, give your wallet address, and give the wallet address for your teammates, up to 3 teammates besides yourself, and that prize pool will be split evenly. And there's a bunch of resources in the link. So lots of exciting content coming from that. I hope. I think, depending on when submissions close and when everything's like reviewed and judged, I think we will play through some of those on stream. We want to make sure that we don't bias the judging process on that. So we may wait till the competition closes to play those live. So let's go ahead and fire up the Game Maker, which I accidentally hid my icon for. There we go.
That's right. Godzilla says, holy smokes, 114,000 volume on OpenSea.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of volume.
That's a lot of spoin.
People are, you know. Alex, you make
Oh, no. I hid Joseph. How'd I do that?
You hid me.
I hid you.
It's a trap.
Where'd you go?
Where did I go?
I don't know. You're at the top. There you are. Okay. You were there. I just had to hide and unhide you, and then you came back. Oh,
where did I go?
Ooh.
You know? Where did I go? Gat, I'll tell you, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's been a great week for me. Alex, while you're loading up some tests there, I had a wonderful week. I decided to make a big move and cashed out a bunch of crypto, and now I'm debt free. And
Nice.
Our world is amazing. I love it. I love it. Also, as a celebration, I bought a computer that's almost exactly like yours.
Nice.
Because I'm a terrible human, and I was like, I can't have it. I can't let Alex have this baller computer, and I just don't. Like
So
it's gonna be great.
So while you're out there building your game jam games, I added these to the marketplace. I don't know how soon they'll be minted, or if they'll be minted. Maybe we'll integrate them right into the game maker's free assets. I'm not sure. So
Sure.
I added some coins. So if you want some official styled sand coins for your game, as a you're doing like a Mario kind of platformer, some sort of collecting thing. We've got spinning version and non-spinning version. Spinning is nice for if you have them floating somewhere to be collected, and the non-spinning is good if you want to put some physics on them and kick them around and do something crazy with them. So
I love the spinning. I love the spine. You gotta. That one is the spine, not the regular coin. That's a coin, shiny coin. The spinning coin.
The spinning coin is the spine.
That's the spine.
Oh, this one. There we go.
That one. There's spinning sand coin.
And will these sand coins come out of the sand coin fountain? You could do that. You could absolutely do that.
Making an asset spawner,
Yeah. Put your fountain in there, and you can have them spewing out of the top or whatever.
That'd be great.
Somebody had a question: when will maps be playable? Full maps be playable? So you can start playing stuff from the gallery right now. So if you download the game maker from sandbox.game/play, you can from the welcome screen. We're not going to go back to it right now, but you can click on the gallery tab, and you can play maps that other people have been making, and you can publish your own maps using this share button up here. Really super simple process. And as far as playable maps on the metaverse, that's going to be the end of the year. That's we're doing the launch of everything at the end of the year. So maybe somewhere in December, maybe somewhere in January. I don't have an exact date for you, but that's the goal, is that we have a playable metaverse at the beginning of the year. So
that's great.
Somewhere in there.
Oh,
it's coming fast. I mean, we've been working on this for 2 years now, some of us, and it's all just like this year has just been crazy activity, and it's all coming together.
All right, Alex. So I hear that you're going to work on displaying a full feature set today.
Yes,
you got all dicey.
Yes,
dice,
well,
yes.
we gotta do a giveaway also.
Absolutely.
So we did the behaviors last Wednesday. So Joseph shared that in the chat earlier. So check that out if you haven't already. That will give you the breakdown of all the key behaviors that let your game do game things. And then today we'll be looking at the components, and the components will customize your behaviors to do specific things. So they allow, you can add multiple components to a behavior, and it will allow you to really fine-tune what your game is able to do. Pinetail Studio asks, can I create a multiplayer RPG game server with 50 to 40 people in this game? That is the goal, that eventually you will be able to do that. So right now, the features that are being worked on focus on platforming and action RPG. So we've got attributes like defense and health and magic and stuff like that. Those are the key attributes, and those tie right into RPG sort of behaviors. Those are the kinds of behaviors that are being worked on, and the action combat is what the team is working really hard right now on fine-tuning. And then once the metaverse is live and multiplayer is live, the goal is to have, it might not be 64 at first, but we're working our way up towards 64 concurrent players on a single instance of a land. So you make a land, 64 people can lobby up in there and play together. And once that cap is reached of 64, there will be a new instance of the same section of map spun up, or whatever the term is for the server, that a new lobby can appear for that land.
Well, while you set up the new actions, Alex, or what you show off today, I'll go ahead and answer these questions while you're getting things staged and ready.
Let's get some exclamation point sands in the chat so we don't forget about our giveaway.
Yes,
we're giving away 100 sand, and exclamation point sand in the chat. Doesn't matter if you're on Twitch or YouTube right now. We're still using the dice for now.
Yes.
And whoever wins the roll, counting from the first sand down, whoever wins the roll will get 100 sand to their NFT wallet. And we do this 3 times during the show. And then at the end of the show, we roll for one of those 3 winners to get an NFT. I do not have any more NFTs to give away right now, but we're going to be minting some new ones very soon. So you'll most likely be getting Wizzy the Wizard in another week or 2. So we're gonna see how that goes.
I don't want to miss this question here because folks are interested in it. Metageist asked, are we going to be able to display art NFTs in our lands and game? Right now, early concept have the ability to display potentially MP4 videos, animated GIF, whatever you want to call it. And then we have explicitly billboard assets where you can put images in the billboard, or like poster cases kind of that are already in the game. So if you're interested in displaying something that would be or is an NFT and you have an image to match it, boom, Alex is showing that off right now.
Trying to.
So that kind of billboard could showcase that as long as you have the image to match it, or this is image to display billboard ad.
It does work. There was a time briefly where it was removed to get some tweaks done to it, and I wasn't sure if it got put back yet or not.
So the upload of those image assets, I don't know the specifics on at this time. Maybe we'll find more about that in the future, but for now, the early level implementation of that is there. So the intention long term, there was a video that I showed multiple times on my Twitter that Seb had originally shared, where there was like an actual video that was just plainly played on the side of a wall.
Yeah.
Like there was no frame or anything. He just straight up plastered video to the side of the wall.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. So right now, no 3D model imports because the artistic design intent is to stay in this voxel design. So if you're looking to be kind of an art studio that you create, I would say that make them in VoxEdit, make pieces of art, and then put it in your art showcase. And if it's something like where you want to sell them, then you can put down one of our signs where somebody walks up to it, clicks it, and the text pops up on the screen and says like created by name, buy it here, whatever. If you're going to do like a traditional art house kind of showcase.
Yeah, there's one of the ultimate goals of the Sandbox is to support interoperability between different NFT markets. So we would love, our goal is to have people be able to display their stuff from OpenSea or Rarible or wherever. There's a lot of, because we're also building a game platform, there's a lot of kind of back and forth on the features to get both sides of things working. So
and then,
the focus right now is a lot on the combat, the inventory system, the avatar system. So we're trying to really make that gameplay aspect pretty solid right now.
Yeah. And then another question that came through here, Heintel Studio. Alex, if you want to go ahead, I think this would probably be a good time to roll everybody.
The inventory question?
Yeah. Software supplement inventory and equipment like changing swords and weapons on hand while playing games. Currently, the avatar system, as you've seen it, exists right? And that is the first step towards this. You can go to the website right now and in your profile set which avatar represents you. As those avatars develop, they're going to have inventory types. And then again, as the game is further iterated on, we absolutely fully intend to be able to have inventories and items that you can acquire in a traditional RPG sense. That's the first growing steps to the game is the ability to build a nice RPG.
That's right. All right. So we're going to aim for, I saw 64 up there. So I know we're at 61 now, but we'll see what the roll has for us.
Okay.
95. Not going to happen.
Not happening today.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Rolling. Let's keep rolling, you know?
39.
What? All right.
I was joking about tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow.
No. That'll be Wednesday. Oh wait. Just kidding, it's Saturday. That's a throwback.
Just kidding, it's Saturday. Today's Saturday.
Is it Saturday? Boy. Today's Wednesday. You're killing me out. What year is it? Year is 2020. You know, everything's upside down. Okay, so I put 39 in the chat. That means that I'm going to now scroll up and count down to number 39 from the first exclamation mark Sand. Everyone else, if you, Vox, have come in under the 39, you'll be number 1 for the next roll.
Yes.
So that'll be just a while.
It's 1985. Wow. I haven't been born yet.
Springsteen, Madonna, you know what I mean?
U2 and Blondie. Music still on MTV. I don't have kids in high school yet, but they tell me that I'm uncool.
I can't count and laugh at the same time. Okay, I stopped at 20. Okay, keep going with the things. We're doing the thing now. We're being
Whoa, but you want me to sing the whole song or what?
No, not the song. The thing we're
components,
here today, which is to learn things about the game. Yes.
Gambling. There's no gambling going on right now. The dice, that's a giveaway, not a gamble. Nobody's staking anything for this, except their, pride to.
Yay! A YouTube winner.
Hey, there we go.
Hopefully, you're still watching.
It does happen.
Avatar I play. You win. Please, if you could, I'm going to send you a message on YouTube. Please DM me on Discord or Twitter. We'll go with Twitter. X with your.
All right. So let's take a look at our components here. So like I said before, behaviors, which we covered last Wednesday, is this whole list up here, which is kind of the core, what avatar? A different avatar, I think. Avatar from YouTube. But we are going to talk about avatars in the Game Maker right now. So this first component in the list is the avatar input config, which only works on the avatar behavior. So you set up an avatar character. Now you can make anything an avatar. I could make the coin an avatar, and we could run around as the coin, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for the avatar input configuration. So roll the dice. We already rolled the dice. We haven't started the next giveaway yet. I mean, you can exclamation point Sand, but it's gonna.
It'll be for the middle of the show giveaway.
Yeah, it'll be for the next one, which we'll do in about 5-10 minutes or so. So let's see here. Where was I? Avatar. So we set up an avatar here. We go behavior avatar. All right, and so then we got our regular behavior settings, and if we click edit logic, we get more settings. Now the component gives us a whole another set of stuff to look at. This is actually probably the most complicated component. I haven't myself even had an opportunity to play with every setting on here because there's a lot of them. So you have to click edit logic to see all of them. So we click that. And it takes a second for it to load. There we go. So we scroll down, and you can see that this is just a super long list of inputs. Fortunately, most of them have tooltips, so it kind of gives you some idea what they're supposed to do. And this controls different aspects of your avatar. So things like the buffer time for jumping. So like when you press jump, how long is it going to try to jump for? Combat idle detection. So you have a combat mode and a regular mode. So right now it's in the regular idle. And then after the avatar senses, oh, there's no more enemies around, it goes from its combat idle, which is kind of crouched and like ready with the sword, like I'm ready to attack. After a few seconds, it will kind of go back up to a more relaxed mode. The targeting range, that's pretty straightforward. Say how close an enemy has to be for the avatar to kind of lock onto it. Things like your inertia, your running inertia, the camera speed for how quickly it spins around the character, how quickly it zooms in and out when you come into a narrow area that kind of forces the camera closer to the player. All sorts of stuff in here. Interpolation for animations. So we do use tweening for animations. So when you go from an idle to a climb, there are actually frames that the program automatically generates to move those nodes into the next position. So you can change how long that process takes. Lots and lots and lots of little tweaks. You do have to be careful with these. I would only change one at a time as much as possible, because you can break the game in some ways with these. So if you set the values too wild, or do something like either like a 0 or a negative number, depending on what it is, it could cause the game to crash because it's getting unexpected values. So these are kind of like raw inputs. They're not declared within a specific range to like say, no, you can't do that. So you do have to be careful with these settings. For the most part, I leave them as is because they're designed right now to work with our avatar, with our template avatar. So best to kind of leave those alone. The one that you want this for mostly, though, is for changing the weapon. So you've got weapon name, and then you type in exactly what the name is in the library for now. Eventually, this should be a proper asset picker. But if we open up our library and we go to, where'd it go? Weapon. Here we can see we got a bunch of different ones. So I can say high fantasy shield, and I can equip that instead of a sword. So I go back to my avatar, and we click edit logic. We scroll all the way down to where it says sword, and we say high. Whoop, and you do have to spell it right. High fantasy shield. You have to spell it right, you have to get the right spaces, and it does have to be a unique name. So if you upload an asset that is just sword, it's going to conflict with the sword that's currently in the library. So once this is updated, it should be going after the asset ID instead of the name. So you'll be able to, it won't matter what the actual name is. And now if we click play, I've got a shield instead of a sword. So right now it only works for one item at a time. And eventually we'll have a proper inventory control system where you'll be able to store multiple equipments and swap them out and do stuff like that. B333H says, who won the meme competition on Twitter? I don't know. I was not involved in the meme competition, so I'm not sure who the winner was there. But I believe the meme competition was also on the forum. So if you check out the forum, I think there was some winners listed there. All right, so that is the avatar input configuration. So you can do multiple components. So you can keep adding on layers of detail. So one important one for avatars is your health. So any asset can have a health component, and this maximum health is set by your your defense attribute. So you can see that that my avatar here does not have a extra defense gem, so its maximum is at 100. You can also add it onto any inanimate object you want and make them damageable. So we can do a health component here. We hit play, and well, I'm not holding a sword, so I don't know. Yeah, it still thinks I'm holding a sword, so I still attack the same way. I just slap it around a little bit.
Nice.
Backhand.
Right.
And you get rid of it there. Yep, that's how we do. So that's what that health component does. So that's very useful to put on things. So if you want to make so like this billboard, I can't attack this billboard because it has no health. I can hit it, but nothing's going to happen to it.
Yeah.
So if you want to make walls that are breakable, you can put a health gem on them. Sorry, a defense gem on. Let's say you're designing your own walls to build a castle or something. You can put defense gems on them when you mint them, make them a super high defense level, so that way they're very difficult to damage, but still possible. You could create tower defense type games like that, or kind of like swarming defense. I don't. What would the Call of Duty Zombies game be called? Is there a term for that? Just like where you hunker down and defend.
Tower defense is right. It's like waves, increasing difficulty over time, right? Like
yeah. So stuff like that, you can build up defenses with walls and things like that. So lots of possibilities with the health there. What the health also lets you do. Let's go to somebody who has it. There we go. When you click Edit Logic, you get some more options. So a lot of these components, if not all of them, have extra settings when you click the Edit component or Edit Properties button. So we go down to Health. You see there's a bunch of more options here. So we can do what happens when they die. So as an avatar, you could, instead of getting a game over, which by default, when you destroy the avatar, you get a game over. But you could also declare specific game over. You could respawn at a certain location, so it'll find the nearest tag. So if you find, you put respawn to tag, you could use any healer in your game, any like healing totem could have a tag, and you'll respawn next to that. You can also reset it back to the original spawn position when you start the game. So you have some options there. I've seen somebody implement a life system. I think that was that Fall Guys. What do they call it? Clumsy chaps or whatever it was called.
Yeah. That kind of looked great.
That was a lot of fun. I look forward to more of those. So you could have it set so that way when the player dies, they send a death message, and you can have another objective count up those deaths. So that way, after 3 deaths, you get a game over or something like that. Life bar, you can say whether it's always visible. Good grief. Whether it's hidden or whether it shows up whenever they get hit. You could do that with any object. So in the case of like a tower defense, you might want to always see the health bars of all the things that can get damage. So you could keep them set to always. Invincible, you could have a health bar and have it, decrease accordingly, but you could also make that person invincible. So in the case of like Skyrim NPCs that are like super critical to the game, you can't actually kill them. You could just like knock them down and they'll pass out and then they'll wake back up, despite the fact that you Fusarda'd them like off a cliff. So that's when you'd want an invincible. They take damage, but they do not die. And you got some more options. Damaging blocks. So if you want to be damaged by lava or grass or water or whatever, you can put a list of blocks in there and how much they damage the player by. Unfortunately, you get the same amount of damage for all blocks, so we don't have a lot of variety there. but we're working on more complicated systems for this that will allow a lot more options. So that is health. Let's do another roll.
All right.
So make sure you get exclamation point sand in the chat, and we'll talk about one more component, and then we'll do a roll for the second giveaway. I have to leave like no later than 2:10 today. So usually we're supposed to end at 2. We usually go a little bit late to 2:30, but I actually have a meeting that starts at 2:15, so I do have to be out of here today. So let's take a look at the rest of our components here. We've got behavior switcher. So that doesn't really work for an avatar, but we could put it on any other component. So what the behavior switcher does is it turns the main behavior on and off. So if you say you want this to be a basic platform, and it's going to move side to side, and it's not going to wait at all, it's just going to go. So we can set the turn on message or the toggle message to interact.
Yeah.
And let's edit the logic, and we say by default, the initial behavior status is false, meaning that it's off. So we hit play, and the coin just sits there. But if we interact with it, ooh, did I do it right? Oh, I did it wrong. Let's see. What did I do wrong here? Interact. I spelled that correctly. Okay, good. Interact. Initial behavior. Start pulse. Wait duration 0. Well, it looks like everything was correct there. But let's we'll just have it turn on instead. We'll try that. And we'll play. And let's try that again. There we go. So something with the toggle. I didn't like the toggle. That might be a glitch. I'll have to do some more testing, give some feedback on that. But that's we can set it to be. Let's try it as toggle again, because I'm not sure why that didn't work. I might have just not had the camera angled enough. Yeah, I think I just didn't angle the camera down enough. I wasn't looking down at it. So now when I interact with it again, it stops. And so I could stop that. Whoop, if I can catch it. I can stop it over there. So you can set up things that move different distances. You can set up elevators or all sorts of things to move around. Roy Goob wants a low roll. It does happen sometimes. We got, was it Saturday? We rolled a 2. That was a pretty rare low roll. Adam Antiopac asks, where can I see all of the lives recorded? So they're available on YouTube and Twitch. So if you go to the Sandbox game channel, or basically wherever you're watching it from right now, if you're watching it on Twitch, they're all available on Twitch. Then you can check those out there. So yeah, I think all of them are saved on Twitch. I know all of them are on YouTube, going all the way back to whenever we started this at the beginning of the year. I think. I don't even know how many months we've been doing this. It feels like just it's always been a thing. We've always done this. We are here, and we have always been here, and we will always be here. This is not a cult, I promise.
Wait, whoa, hold up.
What? You heard nothing.
Let's see. What is? Oh, I'm getting questions from our lead community manager while we're working here. So,
oh, no.
Hey, Alex, how long has it been? How long has it been, sir, since we asked about that sand business? Let's go. Let's roll some dice.
So when you started that question, I thought you meant like how long have we been streaming for?
Nope.
So we got some dice. We've got 68 viewers. So let's see.
February
22. That's a pretty low roll. I don't know if that's low enough for Roy.
You say 22? Is that right?
I said 22. 22.
22. Boop boop. Okay, so all entries after that number 22 are coming in the final roll. So right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So we get rid of that behavior switcher. Let's see what the next one is. Climbable component. That one's pretty straightforward. You can make any asset climbable. So even this billboard, we could have it display an image and be climbable. Click play, and you just walk up to it, and you start climbing up it. And
oh, you look at this. See, this is how you know that it pays off to watch the stream every single show.
Who just won? That's been trying to win for a long time. Clankers.
Clankers one that has won, and I think sometimes more than once in a stream.
Yes, but it has been a while. I don't think Clankers has won at all this month.
Weeks. Yeah. But it pays off. Just come back, keep going. At this point, Clankers can practically buy a land off all the Sandies one just from watching the streams right here on
probably
twitch.tv/the Sandbox game or youtube.com/
plus if Clankers sold any of the NFTs one, I think.
Oh, Clankers says first win ever. Is that true?
No,
do I just always? There's no way. Really? Maybe.
I thought it was Clankers who was winning like every single week.
It could be. Maybe we're just.
Am I remembering somebody else?
The name,
Maybe I'm remembering somebody else. There was somebody who consistently won like every single. It is Clankers' first win.
Clankers, you're part of the Spoin squad, right? So like you're a winner in my heart.
Well, now Clankers is definitely a winner. There was somebody who used to win like almost every week, and I don't remember who it was now.
Yeah.
Well, Elders, you got to keep coming back because Clankers kept on trying. See, Clankers has tried so many times that we thought Clankers had won before.
That's right.
That's how many times Clankers, like, we just got so used to seeing the name. You're always a Spoin winner. Once you win Spoin, you are a Spoin winner forever. So, and that's cool too. I don't know if you could see that. You can jump from ladder to ladder.
Oh, that's very cool.
So if you want to do some Uncharted, is it Uncharted? Uncharted and Tomb Raider kind of climbing mechanics, you can do that. You can go sideways. It's a little they're working on making the sideways motion a little better, because you kind of fall off pretty easily as it is. I wonder if I line up at an angle. Yeah, it still does it. So not quite perfect on the side to side, but it's getting there. So, somehow my chat got messed up. Is there a prize for most losing? The prize is getting to hang out with us.
Yes.
Twice a week. That's the only way. That's the only way that you lose. The only way you can be most losing if you're also the most watching.
That's right. And you're a winner in my heart.
So that was the second roll. So let's see, 145. So let's go ahead with the last giveaway. So get those exclamation point sands in the chat. We're gonna keep on talking about the components here. So we looked at climbable. What other components we got? So collectible component. This one's great. So you can set how you collect. So you can either collect by collision or interaction. You can set a custom name for you want, if you want. So it'll by default it'll display. Well, I'll show you what it looks like. So let's add in a couple more of these. And this is really what I made this coin for. So we click play, and it shows up right there on the screen nice and pretty with the asset icon. So this is why it's important to choose carefully what your asset icon is going to be. Not just for the sake of what it looks like on the marketplace, but it affects in-game also. That's how it shows up in the game. And none of you can see it because of Joseph and me. So I'm going to hide us real quick. I'm like, look at this. And all you can see is Joseph.
I gotta go.
So I'm gonna hide us here, and I'm gonna hide the chat real quickly.
Oh, Alex is gone, but I'm still here. That's right, King of the Castle.
Oh. So now you can see the corner there, and you can see it pops up like that.
Yeah.
All right. So making sure that your assets look nice and pretty in their thumbnail is a good idea, because if somebody collects them, that's how they're gonna show up.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to see the backside of the asset. I know that happened playing with an asset the other day, right? And it was an avatar asset, and the preview of the head was the back of the head.
Oh.
And I was like, well, there it is. You never know who this is, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And so this collectible component, let's see what happens when you let's see what happens, because I'm not entirely sure. Yep. Okay, cool. So let me hide us again real quickly.
Oh, I was back for a second.
Yeah, now you're gone again.
I'm like reading the chat. I'm getting the DMs. I'm over here doing the work, and I'm like looking like I feel, you know.
So these coins over here use the default name, but then if you set a custom name, it shows up like that. I don't know how much the delay is for Joseph, but I know he's gonna laugh.
Spoin. I saw it. It wasn't that much of a delay. It just didn't process. My mental delay was through the roof. Like, it was there, and I was like, what am I supposed to be finding? It's because that custom name is the actual name, in fact. So you could just always call it Spoin. That's the name. That's the name.
Well, Chris Lanes has the good idea of making Spoin an asset in the game as the ultimate treasure.
Like
so maybe we'll do that.
I authorize that. You don't even have to wait for me to do it. I would authorize anyone to produce the official Spoin asset, but actually Alex already did it, I think. So like,
I could just slap this face on a coin.
You could.
And then,
you literally
and have that as the coin in game.
But I like the regular coin. I kind of like the generic coins, but you know what I mean. Like, maybe can you write?
Well,
like
you can always
S on it, or you know.
Well, these are kind of set as is, but we can always make different kinds of coins. So this is officially a sand token.
Yes.
Flashing sand coin and spinning sand coin as the straight from the sand fountain. But we could do a Spoin fountain. We could do all sorts of stuff. We can do anything we want. So what I want to do right now is I want to do a roll on our giveaway here. So we've got
is this number 3?
This is number 3. It's number 3. Wow. We've got 10 minutes left.
Rapidly.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
It goes by fast when we're having fun.
It does.
All right. 46. So Joseph has some counting to do for a 4-6.
I gotta make sure I get back up to when I type 22. Okay. Number 1 is Whackbot way back there.
All right. So Joseph is counting. Let's take a look. So that was the collectible component. I don't know if there's anything. Oh yeah, on the edit logic, we can also do add a sound for that, and we could also have it do a message. So if you wanted to make a collectible component start a quest or something, then you could do that. Well, Roy Goob, you gotta enter later, and I can't control where it rolls. Some people might be able to do that, but I can't. All I can do is.
Okay, you said 42, correct?
46.
46. Oh, rip. Okay.
Oh, rip.
All right, that's great. This is a new name, at least from my history. This is also on Twitch today. So, Harakatiru, you win.
Harakatiru.
Make sure you click my name and send me a DM with your Ethereum wallet address if you have been a winner today. Because I only got 1 DM so far, and we've had 3 winners. So somebody missed the opportunity to.
I might have Clankershes from something else, but
I'm
guessing Clankersh is the one that messaged you already.
No, Clankersh didn't.
Clankersh.
Sinner. That's all right. We didn't actually announce it out loud, so it's probably good. Yeah, party PogChamp, party. I wish there was like a party one. You know, I'm just gonna shower you with Spoin. That's what we're gonna do.
All right. So let's do a couple more components, then we'll do that last roll for the NFT, which has not been minted yet. That'll be hot off the mint when this gets given out. So.
I'm silly. Clankers totally DM'd me, but it was on Discord where I was already receiving DMs from a community manager. So.
All right. So we went through climbable, collectible, defeat component. That one's pretty easy. You can have it end the game. So all this does is sends the lose condition. So you can either, it could be a bomb that the player runs into on collision. It could receive a specific message. It could do something on the, so let's say on death means that when this dies, when the coin dies, is when the game is over. So let's say you had a everybody's favorite, an escort mission, where you have to keep somebody protected.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should do an escort mission because a lot of people don't like escort missions. They're kind of just a filler for time usually. But you know, I've had some okay escort missions. So well, what's that game? The guy who did Shadow Colossus. What was the game before that? Was it Horn or something like that? That entire game was an escort mission, but that game was really good. So if the person that you're trying to protect dies, you could lose the game that way. And that's what would happen there. And for the receive message, you could say, hey, you need to prevent this bomb from getting to a building. And that bomb is a message broadcaster. And when it gets close to the building, then you lose the game. Things like that. So that allows you. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is how you use the defeat component to set up different ways of losing the game besides having your character die. Let's see what else we got. We did health indicator component. This one's kind of cool. It gives all it does is it makes your stuff shiny. So you can set colors. So you could set we could set a red glow, and so it displays the name there. You can set up all sorts of different things with the behavior, or sorry, with the component. If we do edit logic, we can actually set up objective cursors, interactive VFX, display arrows. We can do, let's see, there's one that shows a glow around it. Maybe that's the interactive VFX. Let's try that again. It's not shown up. So, but you can see the objective marker there. And you can have that track with your objectives in the settings. So there's some complicated stuff that goes on with this. I'm trying to see if there's a way to make it kind of have a glow around the object, and I'm not seeing that option. It might be in a new component. It used to be combined into one. Display distance, visibility, vertical offset. I think it might be a different... Oh, that's the rarity component that I'm thinking of. So the rarity component is an effects color. And see how it has a lock here? So we can't change this because in our rules, we have asset rarities count. So if we turn that off, I think we'll be able to change that. Nope, it doesn't work that way. So you're locked into whatever the rarity is. So you see that glow there. So you can affect how tall and how bright that is, but the asset rarity is a permanent thing. So if I try to find where's something super rare, I know that I've got some. Oh, I think Wizzy's a legendary, isn't he? I don't know.
Super rare.
Okay, well this guy is like super hot.
Yes, very good. You did it.
If I was better, I'd remember the whole that super hot is the greatest game of our generation spiel, but I don't remember how it goes.
What a name.
Rarity component. Okay, and wah. Now it looks kind of silly with the sword going through his head, but he's using the old animations right now. So that's what happens when you have an epic. Legendary would be golden, and rare I think is blue. I don't remember what rare is.
Yeah, I mean rare's pretty much always blue, I think. If we're going with like World of Warcraft colors, which most places do these days.
There you go. So, so that I was the rarity and the interaction indicator used to be kind of combined into one component, but they split them out into two separate things now. All right, and let's do that last roll.
We're doing the 1 to 6 roll. Is that right?
Yeah, if you want to put the names in the chat box there, so we keep it all straight.
The first one was, I'm gonna write, just for the sake of writing it out the easy way. I've got them on my Discord as Passion, but this is the YouTube user. Is going to be 1 and 2, and then Clankirsch is 3, 4, and then let me see, Hara. I'll just write Hara. Whoops, Hara is 5 and 6.
There we go. Okay, so let's do a roll of the 6-sided die, and we'll see who wins the as yet to be determined NFT. And it's a 2. So congratulations to Passion or whatever. I don't remember
Passion
what the YouTube
/ avatar name.
Avatar
name. Remember the name was Avatar. Yes,
from YouTube.
So if you're still watching over there on YouTube, congratulations, you win. So you will not only receive the 100 sand, but at an indeterminate date at this time, you'll receive 1 NFT asset that it will probably be Wizzy as we get them minted. Mounted. Yes. All right. So I'm getting that email sent out now with those usernames / numbers. So Avatar I play, yes.
I'm having to do some rebuilding on Wizzy because we did some changes. I don't know if you can tell on Pumpkin Spice Alex here. There's actually a new belly section for the avatars, so that gives them some more flexibility in their animations, and the old avatars don't have that yet. So I'm making sure that Wizzy's up to the latest standards because he's going to be one of our earliest legendary NPCs / avatars. So I want to make sure he's all ready for the great things to come for him. So real quickly, we've got a couple more components to go through. We're almost done. I think we're wrapping up pretty well here. So we've got indicator component. Loot component is that is mostly for enemies. So you can set what an enemy is going to drop when you defeat them. So that's the higher the luck is, the more loot they'll drop. So that's basically anytime you've got something spawning. That's really what the luck gem is for spawning more things or increasing the range of sensitivity. So for ground herbivores or like farmers and things like that, they will sense enemies from further away, or they'll sense things that they can collect from further away with the luck component. And then for asset spawners and loot, having higher luck will mean that they can drop more of whatever the asset is. So we could set anything as a loot. We could set coins. I don't know why it's not displaying there. That's kind of weird. So we can set the whatever the loot is going to be, and that menu appears to be bugged. Oh well. And then you can set coin for when those items drop. The edit logic allows you to set a message as the collected thing instead of a preset. Oh, you know what? The presets. I haven't messed with the system yet, but there's a thing in the hierarchy here for making presets of items, and I think, to preset, from preset, delete preset. So I haven't had a chance to. This is a new feature in 0.35 that I haven't had a chance to play with too much. But I believe you're going to be able to set up collections of items to be dropped. So you set like You could do a coin and a sword or a potion and whatever, and make a preset out of them. And then those will be loot items that could be dropped from that preset. Not entirely sure how that works yet, so I'm going to have to look into that some more, and we can, of course, you can try to figure it out, explore it on your own. And then once I figure it out, I will happily share that information with you. What else we got here? We got loot, pickable. So pickable is just whether you can pick something up or down. Very simple. The grab offset moves it some distance away from your character, so you can kind of, if it's an odd shape, you can kind of customize where exactly in front of the character it's going to be. There's no real fancy things for the pickable component. Pickable component is a great thing to put on a message broadcaster, so you can move it to different areas and set off different messages. Let's see. We're down to the bottom of the list here. Play sound component. That one's pretty straightforward. We've shown that before. You can set up the range for the sound, whether it loops, if it starts at the beginning of the game, or if a certain message or interaction has to happen. For now, I recommend not using the music loops because they tend to have this nasty, very loud, staticky. If you use the radio music, relaxing music, or radio static, well, radio static is just static anyway. But these two music ones tend to be very loud and painful to listen to. The click is okay though, so you can have that click sound play when certain things happen. And let's see, what else we got? Pickable, play sound, rarity component, we already showed that. Speaker component and victory component. So victory component is similar to the death component, just the opposite way around. Different things that happen when a condition is met: collision, death. So death could be the death of a boss. Collision could be the player reaching an end goal, or receiving a message. Could be an interaction, could be bringing an item, broadcasting a message to whatever object has this component. Will send a victory message, and it's really just the same thing as the death message, just the opposite way around. These can kind of be replaced by objectives, so you can go either way. You can either have objectives set up to accomplish these same sort of things, or you can have them, if you're not using objectives and you don't want them to display on your screen, you can also use these components to achieve kind of the similar end result. And there's some variations if you're looking for specific things. There's kind of more than one way to, what was our analogy? More than one way to crack an egg? More than one way to...
Yeah, we're not going to go with the other one. Yeah.
And then the last one, this is probably, I feel sad that we did the giveaway and a bunch of people left. We lost about 20 people watching because this is actually the coolest component. So this is why it pays to stick around, because the 36 of you who are still here get to see the speaker component, which is probably one of the most important components for one reason and one reason only, is that it can detect tags and send a message based on that tag.
Yeah.
So when you say like the speaker component, what it is really there for is for when you approach an NPC or something, it'll display a message above their head. Good for you, Roy. We'll get you a freebie one of these days. So when you go for which one did I put it on? There it is. So when you approach this, it's usually going to detect entity or wait for message. So you can interact with it and it'll display hello, which we go up to it and it says hello. And it's turning to look at us right now also. On top of that, you see how it faces us every time it says hello.
Very good.
So that's kind of the default way. But when you have it detect entity, it's looking for this avatar tag. So it's automatically going to say hello when we get close enough. And it's actually going to turn towards us automatically. But what's really, really cool about that is that you can set it to detect any tag, and if you edit the logic, you can have it send a message. So when you can have it not say anything at all. We can take the hello off, and it won't say anything. It doesn't even have to look at the player. And we can have it say victory or whatever as a message. I don't know if I have anything set up to win the game in that case. Yeah. So I didn't have a win component there. But let's say we put a victory component. I need to make it actually win something. It's so picky. So we'll put the victory component on this other coin here. Victory component. A win message is victory, and it receives the message, and that should be it. So we walk up to the coin, and we win the game. It should say, "Get off my spoin."
Get off my lawn! What are you doing?
There's gonna be basically everybody who watches this stream and is making like little games. There's gonna be references to spoin and like half the things on the game.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Everybody
hope that it becomes ubiquitous. This should be our universe. We're gonna live in the Sandbox spoin universe, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
There's gonna be the other, like, all the people who don't watch the stream who are in the metaverse. And they're just like, "What the heck is spoin?
Why do I see it everywhere? What's going on?"
Yeah, you should have been watching the stream. That's why.
That's right.
So yeah, that's what goes on with that. So the really cool thing about this, and I've got my meeting in 5 minutes, so I really got to go.
Yes.
The really cool thing about this is that you can not just win the game, you can do things like open doors. So you can have it sense the avatar or sense an NPC. You can have automatic doors, like in front of a grocery store. And when the player walks up or an NPC walks up, the door will open and let them through. And now we have collision on things also. So doors will actually keep NPCs out, which before that wasn't working. So you can have automatically opening doors, automatically closing drawbridges. You can have trap doors. You can have traps that get set off. You can do all sorts of stuff with this tag now. You used to have to set up a message broadcaster and attach it to things, and it was a lot more complicated. Now it'll search for any tag you put, and you can put multiple tags. You can do avatar, NPC, enemy, whatever you want. Spoin, you can do a spoin tag. So, so yeah, that speaker component is probably one of the most useful components as far as building in complex logic to your games. So with that, I gotta run. Thank you everybody for watching. Congratulations to our giveaway winners. Make sure you enter the giveaway. Go to our Medium page.
Yes.
Joseph, if you could pop that link in the chat real quick
I will.
to check out the giveaway.
Are we doing
not the giveaway, the game jam.
Okay, very good.
Check out the game jam.
I'll get the game jam. I'm going to put the game jam in the chat while we go off, get ready to go offline here. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, we will see you on Saturday. Have a good one.
Actually Saturday.
Not today Saturday. Real Saturday.
Saturday.